Welcome back. You are now looking at the formulas menu, which is the next menu over. And the formulas menu actually is the power of Excel. Anytime you have a series of numbers or a series of data, or in some cases a series of text, you can make an effect on that text or that data by using formulas. And you can use this menu in various ways. For example, one of the easiest ways to use the formulas menu is to use the auto sum. So for example, if we were to highlight all of this information and we were to use the auto sum and just take the sum, you'll see that we're able to get the sum at the very bottom of the content by using that menu. We can do the very same thing again. We're going to use the undo command. We use auto sum and we can take the average. You'll see the average come available in this area. And basically, each of these areas is going to take some time to learn the basics of how each of the formula works. So for example, we'll look in the financial formulas. You'll see various finance number values. You'll see, for example, future value or internal rate of return or net present value if you're familiar with that. And basically what happens is if you place your cursor inside of a specific cell and you decide you want a certain formula. So for example, you want the net present value in this case. What your Excel will prompt you for is going to be the various cells that you're going to use for that formula. So for example, we can decide to use a specific cell. We can use, in this case, a number cell for the first value. We can use a number cell for the second value. And then we can click OK. And you'll notice then that we get a calculation here. Now, if you know what net present value means, then you know what that number means. And we can use the same method for any of the formulas that you have available to you. For the most frequently used formulas, you can go to this one, even though that's going to be in some of the other areas. So for example, if all we wanted to do was to sum or average, we can do that by placing our cursor where we want the final number. We can then decide that we want an average. It's then going to ask us where we're going to get that information from. And what we're going to do is we're going to then highlight an area, and then we're going to click OK. And then what will happen is Excel will give us the average. So basically, you are looking at your formulas to determine which one is going to be the most logical to use and to use it inside of the cell where you want the result. If you want more kinds of formulas, you can take a look at the More Functions area. You have statistical formulas you can determine, engineering formulas, cube formulas. You can also have formulas for specific information, compatibility, and even the web. Now, if you want to make sure that your formula is working correctly, you can use the formula auditing section. If you want to work through your calculations while you are still creating your worksheet, you can use the calculation section. And you can define names for the results you're getting from your formulas by using defined names. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.